Welcome to Marketing Food Online. It is Damien, and in this video, I'm going to give you some direction to selling your fresh vegetables at farmers markets. And the question really was, is there a particular type of permit that I need in order to sell them? Well, I'm going to get into the different variations that farmers markets operate and how you can actually get your product into a farmers market. And we're going to do it right now. All right, it is Damien, and this is Marketing Food Online. We are YouTube's premier food entrepreneur channel, bringing you over 800 videos with resources, blogs, and podcasts available to help you get your food product started, a food truck up and running, or pretty much anything related to food and selling it. So I want to dive into this question. I had a great question from a subscriber, which actually encompasses a bigger question, and it comes from Cole. Cole, thank you very much, by the way, for asking, and keep all of your questions coming as I can. I get to them as quick as possible, and I appreciate all of the feedback and engagement you guys bring to our channel. So, do I need any permits to sell gourmet mushrooms in my local farmer's market? And he is actually in Richmond, Virginia. So, Cole, here is the thing with farmers markets. When you begin to sell products, which traditionally, if you're doing it at a farmer's market, it's a good likelihood that it sounds like you're making it from home or a garden that you've got within your home or on the property somewhere where you live. There are a lot of people who actually do this as a side business in local farmers markets. They have maybe an acre of land, maybe just a certain portion of land. They grow some vegetables and such, and they grow them, they bring them to farmers markets and sell them. Now, here's the questions that you need to ask yourself and, of course, ask your city and county. Number one, can I grow vegetables on my property? Now, I know you're probably thinking that's a silly question. It's actually not. There is a lot of municipalities, counties, and cities that actually do not allow any type of farming or cultivation to happen on property, and it's due to the zoning. Now, I'm not saying that's like that everywhere. You would need to check in Richmond, Virginia, to see within the city or county that you live in if they allow you, first off, to grow that on your property legally, for the use of it to be sold as a business product, as a product that you're going to go into business. If you're transacting money for a product you're growing, that's considered a business, and you really need to check to see if you're allowed to do that. Now, if they say yes, you can go on to step two. The next question: what type of permit or license would you need from the county in order for you to operate legally? And I highly recommend, even if they don't require this, you need to incorporate yourself as a business, Cole, because there's a lot of expenses that you can write off as a business expense when you're producing and traveling and commuting, driving your vehicle to the farmer's market. All of these things, using gas, using mileage, there's a lot of benefits to having a home-based food business, but you need to first make sure that you got the right permits and licensing. Then, and you want to incorporate yourself. It's very simple. I actually have a link. I'll put a really quick, handy link down in the description. There's a site that I've actually dealt with myself called inkfile.com. You can create an LLC in like 10 minutes. It's very, very quick and easy. It'll get you legally set up as a business entity. And then there's a lot of benefits, a lot of tax benefits that go along with it. But let me stay focused on the question. So, permits and licenses locally, incorporate yourself. And I also would recommend food business insurance. Now, food business insurance for a product like yours, a business like yours, doing from home, would it be about $500 to $600 a year? But it usually breaks up to about $40 to $45 a month for you to have an insurance policy to cover your food business. Well, Damien, why would I need to have that if I'm just growing mushrooms? Well, if somebody gets sick or there's some type of liability issue due to your food product, that could become a serious problem for you personally if you're not incorporated or you don't have the right insurance protecting your food business. You personally would be liable, and that would cause a serious problem. Okay, now next question, step three. The farmers market that you want to go to, you need to go to them and ask them, how do they run their farmers market? Every farmers market is not run the same. They are all individually owned and operated. They can set up their own rules, regulations, and anything else that they ask. They can say, you know what, Cole, that sounds great. You can sell your mushrooms, but guess what? It's $150 for your permit for the weekend with us. You can be here Saturday and Sunday, and we also take 10% of what you sell. That's how some of them actually work, okay? Or they could say, you know what, it's a $50 flat fee, and you're good to go. Here's your booth. Good luck. Okay. Now, there's a lot of other things. They could say, you know what, Cole, you can sell here, but do you have a business license? hey, you know what, Cole, you can sell here, but do you have the right license and permit from the city or county? Can you show proof of that? So there's a lot of those questions that you need to find out. So I personally would recommend, if you're in Richmond, Virginia, find about 2 or 3 different farmers markets that you could potentially go to. And then ask those questions. Go to each one of them and say, look, I want to sell this and this and this. What is it that you require? And then that way you could build up an understanding and apply for those necessary needed permits or licenses, whatever that may be. Because you got to understand, it's different by every state. Then every city and county, it's also different as well. And when you go to the farmer's market, you need to ask them, how do you guys run it? Let me know exactly what I need to do. So now this can go, as I mentioned, it's kind of a broader, when I opened this video up, I said it was kind of a broader question. So if you're growing mushrooms, carrots, apples, fruits and vegetables, whatever it may be, most of the questions that I just gave you really are the same questions that you need to ask no matter what you're making. Okay, when it comes to vegetables and fruits and such, make sure that you can do it on your property. Make sure you have the right permits and licensing. And make sure you've got yourself insured, you've got you're incorporated as a business, you're following the guidelines set up by the farmer's market, and then you're set to go. Okay? So hopefully that kind of gives you a good direction or a starting point to understand how it could potentially work. And of course, this varies. Like I said, I couldn't speak on behalf of every county and city in the United States or every state. And then, of course, farmers markets, I can't speak on every one of them. There's hundreds of thousands of farmers markets everywhere. A lot of times they do work off of just a flat fee. They'll say, you know what, for the weekend it's $100 or whatever it may be, and you're good to go. But yes, there are some that don't charge a fee. They're just going to charge a percentage. So if Cole sells, you know, $1,000 worth of product over a weekend, they may take 10% of that. Okay? So those are the questions. I hope that gives you some direction, Cole. And of course, anyone else who's looking to sell fruits and vegetables at farmers markets and create a successful food business, profitable food business, you want to make sure you understand all of these different guidelines. So as always, if you've got questions, please let me know down below, and I'll see you guys on our next video. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.